The first thing we got from our new neighbor wasn't a welcome basket. It was a warning slipped beneath our gate on a damp piece of paper. The ink had bled just enough to make it feel threatening, like it had been written in haste, or maybe anger. Failure to remove aggressive canines may result in legal escalation. My wife, Clarissa, read it aloud on our second week at the farm. Our Belgian Malinois, Titan, responded the only way he knew how. He lifted a leg and peed on it. I laughed. That was my first mistake. We'd come to this quiet patch of land for peace. Clarissa called it our forever ground, where time moved slowly and dogs ran freely. We'd served together, she with more years, more stripes, and we both knew what it felt like to sleep with one eye open. This place, with its groves and winding gravel drives, was supposed to be the opposite. Coffee at dawn, the occasional bleating of our goats, eggs straight from the coop. Quiet. Real quiet. Too quiet. Peace like that doesn't last unless it's guarded. And that's the thing about silent sites, either earned or enforced. That morning, Clarissa was barefoot in the garden, whispering commands to Raven, our youngest K9, as he wove through her flower beds. I was at the western fence, fixing a post I should have fixed 2 days prior, but couldn't bring myself to finish. I kept stopping, listening. Not for anything specific, just listening. That's when Zeus, our eldest, froze. He stood stiff near the gravel, tail low, eyes narrow. Alert, not panicked. Ready. Then she appeared. Khakis too clean, white sneakers too new, and a smile too sharp. "Hello there," she said, stepping forward like she owned the dirt under our feet. "I'm Donna Inslee. I represent the Meadowlark Ridge Homeowners Association. President, actually." She extended a paper like a diplomat offering a ceasefire. "Due to updated municipal overlays, your property now falls under Section 12B jurisdiction." I didn't speak. I was still trying to wrap my head around how a rural farm could be within an HOA. Clarissa appeared beside me without a sound. Her hands were dirty. Her hair was tied up. She didn't say anything, but our third dog, Loki, appeared beside her like a ghost. The dogs didn't bark. They didn't move. They simply watched. Donna cleared her throat. "We do have specific guidelines on animal behavior, especially for working breeds. Temperament, noise, containment protocols. They don't bark," I said. "I can see that," she replied, her smile thinning as Titan took a step forward. The tension was invisible but real. Donna backed away with a nervous laugh and added, "They'll need to be reviewed for community safety." Clarissa tilted her head. "You sending someone into our yard to review them?" Donna blinked, then forced another tight smile. "No need. Citations should suffice." She handed us the paper violations already pre-marked: unregistered non-domestic animals, unauthorized structural fencing, and my favorite, visual disruption military animal appearance. Clarissa read it in silence, dropped it into the fire barrel, lit a match, and watched it curl to ash. That night, I heard footsteps. Not human ones. Loki was making a slow sweep of the porch perimeter. Clarissa sat on the swing, hoodie on, leash in hand. "You good?" I asked. "Almost," she replied. The next morning, a typed envelope was wedged into the gate hinge. No name, just 6 words: "You've been warned. Comply or escalate." Our goat, Ruby, ate half of it before we could finish reading. Clarissa just muttered, "Hope they're watching Sparks Live," referring to her taser. Yes, it worked. Yes, she'd used itins on a snake, once on a drunk cousin. Then came the drone. Black. Silent. Hovering over the barn. Titan sat beneath it like a statue, tracking every subtle move. I stepped into its line of sight with a wrench. It zipped backward like a startled bug. Clarissa pulled the footage from a security feed. "This isn't a toy," she murmured. "Thermal lens. Audioric. Could be military surplus." I raised an eyebrow. "For what?" "To see what makes us flinch." Then she said it. "This isn't about dogs." She was right. The next few days turned. It wasn't just weird, something had shifted. The dogs started acting differently. More alert. Less relaxed. Titan stopped blinking as often. Raven stood watch over the coop, like it was a combat zone. Loki stuck to walls and shadows. One afternoon, Donna appeared again. Same khakis. Same sneakers. No kliborth. Just her phone raised like a badge. Clarissa watched her without speaking. Titan stayed close. She's patrolling, Clarissa muttered. She's walking, I said, trying to believe it. Clarissa didn't answer. She knelt, adjusted Titan's collar like she was checking armor, then stood back. 2 days later, all 3 goats were found huddled against the porch, shaking. Their pen gate wasn't broken, just unlatched. Titan sniffed the latch and locked onto a trail like it was blood. Clarissa examined the ground. Bolt tweet. Schulftail. About 180 pounds. You're joking. No, she said deadpan. That night, we didn't sleep. The dogs didn't patrol, they posted. Titan sat on the porch like a guard tower. Raven paced the back fence. Loki vanished into the brush. Then came the shadows. Not stealthy. Bold. A silhouette beyond the floodlights, just out of range. Clarissa stepped forward, hand on Titan's harness, other hand clutching a small remote. She clicked it. The light surged. The shadow vanished. Next morning, another letter. This one wax sealed with the HOA emblem. Inside, ongoing aggression noted. Immediate compliance mandatory. A photo was attached, Clarissa and Titan at the fence, taken from inside our property. Clarissa pulled footage, enhanced it, heat scan. He's back, she muttered. Sure enough, the drone. Same build. But this time, it had a payload mount. You think Donna's behind it? Not smart enough to fly it, Clarissa said. But smart enough to hire someone who can. Then came the escalation. 3 men. HOA compliance officers. Clipboard, GoPro, Sternbattern, bold quitters. Clarissa met them at the gate. Calm. Hoodie on. Titan behind her. Loki crouched low. Raven? Nowhere visible. Ma'am, we're conducting an inspection under Section 12B, the lead one said. Clarissa didn't move. Due to animal aggression. You brought bolt cutters, she interrupted. They flinched. I stepped off the porch. You sure you want to do this? Clipboard guy tried to save face. This is standard procedure. Standards don't come with weapons, I said. Stunned baton guy stepped forward. Titan blocked him. Just a step. Silent. Enough. You should call them off, he muttered. They haven't been called on, Clarissa replied coldly. Then Raven struck. Low. Fast. Hit bolt cutter guy's ribs, sent him flying. No bite. Just warning. Loki flanked. Titans circled. 3 men froze. Clarissa snapped her fingers. Dogs froze. Perfect stillness. That's when Donna pulled up. Get them under control, she yelled. They are, Clarissa replied. They left humiliated. But the war had just begun. That night, cruisers rolled in. For officers. No knock. No warrant. Just brute presence. They arrested Clarissa for non-compliance, obstruction, and use of aggressive animals. They brought animal control. 3 leashes. Titan didn't resist. Loki laid flat. Raven hid in the barn. I watched them taken like criminals. Donna showed up, smug. Heartbreaking, she said. But necessary. You weaponized fear, Clarissa said. You weaponized dogs, Donna replied. Clarissa came home 42 hours later. No charges. No epalegi. The crates were empty. The bowls untouched. The silence unbearable. Trixie, our neighbor, stormed in with files. This wasn't about dogs. It was about land. Donna had filed to rezone our western field. She'd submitted noise complaints the same day. She was trying to push us off. Trixie pulled files, emails, voice memos. One message chilled us. We only need one of them to crack. Clarissa circled the map. Enough, she said. Then we found a buried structure behind Donna's fence. Not a shed. A sealed foundation. Government issue. VX containers. Covered with camo netting. We contacted Clarissa's old unit. Major Alana Graves came. Confirmed it. VX derivatives ban storage. All approved by Donna years ago through shell companies. The HOA was a shield. Donna had built the entire system to cover her past. The court filings went in at dawn. The hearing was swift. The evidence overwhelming. Donna didn't show up, but someone tried to burn the barn that night. 3 masked attackers. They came with fire. But our dogs came home with fury. Titan saved my life. Loki and Raven flanked like clockwork. Clarissa fought like she'd never left service. We called it in. Carter, the sheriff, arrived. Donna's missing, he said. Good, because we had everything. Her servers, her files, her voice, her guilt. She was caught fleeing the state. Alias, burner phone, evidence-packed luggage. In court, the judge said, "You were right. Donna's mjukt. Someone worse will come next." But she was done. The HOA? Dismantled. Our land? Ours again. Clarissa? Honored. Titan, Loki, and Raven? Heroes. We sleep now. We walk the fence line. We teach others to stand their ground. And sometimes we get letters. Warnings. Fines. Empty threats. But Bertucci's name reclaimed steps between us and the gate, watches the road, and reminds us. We're ready now, because they didn't just try to take our land. They reminded us it was worth defending.